What is going on, everybody? Project Rodder here, and it is time for racing and skills here in Detroit. Just a quick reminder though, don't forget to check out my Patreon for early access and exclusive content. Link on screen and in the description below. This is the leaderboards after qualifying in high jump. As you can see, Monster Dalmatian and April Summers with 14 points over Northern Nightmare, who's in second place. So she is slowly running away with this as we're reaching the halfway point of the event here in Detroit. This is her hometown, so we're better than your own hometown to get hot. This is the racing bracket going into racing tonight. As you can see, Max D, Blue Thunder, Northern Nightmare, and Bakugan all with the bye runs into round 2. Max D being your fastest qualifier for the second event in a row. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with racing in round 1. And we're going to have Avenger versus El Toro Loco. Driftboy912 and El Toro Loco and Nick Morhees in Avenger. Avenger being 9th fastest qualifier of the night, El Toro Loco being 8th fastest. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. El Toro Loco, though, has some trouble early on bicycling, which is going to slow him down. Avenger has a bit of a lead going into the second turn. He may run away with this from that early hiccup. And again, El Toro Loco struggling to stay on all fours, and Avenger looks like he's going to take the easy win here. 25.98 is his time as he shreds that body off. El Toro Loco unfortunately losing the first race of the night as Mohawk Warrior and Gravedigger come out for our second race of the night. Cameron 9785 in Mohawk and KJ in Gravedigger. Gravedigger was 5th fastest here in Detroit, where Mohawk Warrior was unfortunately the slowest, and that right there might cost him the race for Mohawk Warrior. Maybe not, maybe that one, or maybe both. I don't know. It looked like that first jump was off the lines. No, I'm looking at it now. It was a clean one. It was that second one that's going to hurt him. He's going to get a disqualification. Gravedigger's going to take the easy win. Mohawk Warrior, though, rolling over, and there it is. That's what cost him the race. Well, I mean, he would have gotten a 25.52 anyways. But disqualification nonetheless. I'm sorry. Here comes Zombie and Monster Dalmatian and April Summers for the third race of round 1. Zombie was 11th fastest, Monster Dalmatian being 6th fastest of the night. April Summers, though, still looking for her first racing win of the season. And she is the current leader, but she's having trouble. She overturned it, and that might cost her the race. Zombie, though, and Flames Plays needs to make sure he has a clean run to get this win, and he is. Racing win easily for Zombie. Here comes Monster Dalmatian at 25.92 for Zombie as Monster Dalmatian. April Summers goes over, so she is out early on in the first round. Very unfortunate and very surprising. Zombie, though, moving on to round 2. So huge congrats to Flames Plays on that win as Alien Invasion and Monster come out for the last race of round 1. Alien Invasion being 7th fastest, Monster being 10th fastest. Monster looks like he's just slightly behind Alien Invasion at the moment. Cecily 96 behind the wheel of Alien Invasion, and Blake Bell behind the wheel of Monster. Looks like he's still trailing Alien Invasion just by a bit. It's all going to come down to this final turn, but Alien Invasion is going to get there first and get the easy win. 24.67 for Alien Invasion as they both roll over, but they're back on all fours. A crazy ending to the last race of round 1. So this is the racing bracket going into round 2. So Avenger, Gravedigger, Zombie, and Alien Invasion all moving on to round 2 to face our top 4 qualifiers of the night here in Detroit. So let's go ahead and get round 2 started with the first race being Avenger and Max D. Max D being your fastest qualifier of the night with a 24.32. So hopefully he can repeat that again and get a win here. Or maybe Avenger will surprise us and get an even faster time. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Both look to be pretty even so far after the first jump. Max D getting to the second jump faster, though. Avenger needs to make up some ground. And it's going to come down to Max D and Ethan Waters getting the racing win. 25.10 is his time. 25.70 for Avenger. So Max D moving on to the semifinal round. Next up is going to be Gravedigger versus Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder was the 4th fastest of the night. Gravedigger 5th, so he was just behind him. And you know, could have been in the same spot as Blue Thunder at the moment had he been just a little bit faster. But let's see what happens now. So far, it looks like Blue Thunder has the edge. He has quite a substantial lead. As long as he can keep it clean here, he will take the win. And there it is, an easy win for Blue Thunder. 25:02 is his time. Gravedigger almost a whole second behind. Unfortunate for KJ, but Blue Thunder Nitro Studios moving on to the semifinals to race Max D, as Northern Nightmare and Zombie come out now. Northern Nightmare being the third fastest. And if anything, if I'm Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens 27 right now, I want to win to get those points with Monster Dalmatian losing in the first round. This is the time to make up points. And going into the second turn, looks like Zombie may have overturned. I'm not sure what happened there. Northern Nightmare has the lead now. Going into the final turn, Zombie kind of lost it, and still another overturn. So Northern Nightmare is going to take the win, 24-5-8, as Zombie's rolling over after the finish line. And no, he's able to save it, but not going to be able to move on to the semifinals. So the last race of round 2 is going to be Alien Invasion and Bakugan Dragonoid. Let's see who's going to get that top spot, or the last spot in the semifinals. So far, the fastest, 3 out of the 4 fastest qualifiers have made it to the semifinals. So Bakugan's the last one to try to get it too. He was second fastest, just behind Max D. And so far, he has the lead. Getting to that jump faster than Alien Invasion. It all comes down to this, but now he's bicycling and he's losing it, slamming into the wall. Alien Invasion is going to get the win. Bakugan struggling to stay on all fours, but he's done. 24-9-2 for Alien Invasion. Cecily 96 moving on to the semifinals. Very unfortunate ending for Bakugan Dragonoid and Brian the Dog Webb. He had the lead, but unfortunately lost it there with that turn. So Max D, Blue Thunder, Northern Nightmare, and Alien Invasion are your top 4 in the semifinals. So let's go ahead and get it going with our first race. Who's going to make it to the final round? It's going to be Max D versus Blue Thunder. This is where Max D lost it last time in Indianapolis when he was the fastest qualifier there too. I'm sure he'd like to redeem himself. Both pretty even. Max D looks like he has just a slight edge over Blue Thunder, but he's going to get to the turn, or to the jump, a lot quicker. 24-6-3 for Max D and Ethan Waters. He's moving on to the final round. Blue Thunder is out. Alien Invasion and Northern Nightmare, a rematch of the final round of World Finals 1 Racing, where Northern Nightmare knocked out Alien Invasion. Let's see who's going to take the win. So far, pretty even, getting to the jump just about at the same time. Northern Nightmare looks like he has a slight advantage. Got to the jump first, but these turns right here, it's going to make or break you. Northern Nightmare is going to get there quicker, though, and he's going to take the easy win. 23-9-6 for Northern Nightmare, the first sub-24 time of the night. The fastest lap we've seen so far, 23-9-6. So, Max D and Northern Nightmare are your finalists. And man, it's going to be hard to choose a favorite right now because Max D has been super fast these past couple events, but Northern Nightmare is just showing that, hey, I can be a whole lot faster than you can. It's all going to come down to this, though. Let's see who's going to take it. Northern Nightmare was the one that got the win in Indy. Can he go back to back? No! Northern Nightmare, he's bicycling it. He's losing it. Max D has the edge now. Northern Nightmare trying to make up ground, but it's going to be too late. Max D and Ethan Waters, 24-04, slamming into the container. Both of them flipping at the end. But Max D is on top and is your racing winner here in Detroit. So his first racing win of the season for Ethan Waters and Max D. This is the racing bracket after the fact, after all the craziness. And that's just a crazy outcome. I don't know. I thought Northern Nightmare would have taken it, but no, it was Max D. And this is the leaderboards, and look at the gap. 5 points away from tying Monster Dalmatian, and Max D is now in the 3rd place spot as Bakugan moves down and Gravedigger moves down because Blue Thunder now is in 5th. A lot of changes are happening now, and we got 2 more events tonight. Just a quick reminder, though, don't forget to use code Project Rod to get 10% off of your W order. Get that Beach and Peachin' or Beach and Peach. It is delicious. It is the best flavor I've had so far. So be better with W Energy and get that 10% off with code Project Rod Rod. Now, on to skills as Avenger comes out now. That was an incredible racing outcome. Crazy finish, very unfortunate for Northern Nightmare. But we move on. Avenger now going for his second attempt. Looks like he's going to go for a nice sky wheelie. Landing hard on the bumper, shedding the body parts, and he's on his side. No, he's back on all fours. And now we're just going to wait for the judges and see what they have to say. And a 4.658. So a very unfortunate score for Avenger. Not the highest. Last time around he was 11th in Indy with skills. So looks like the bad luck is going to continue as Flame plays and Zombie comes out now. Nice moonwalk across the pad there. And that jump is going to trip him up a little bit. Let's see what his second attempt is going to be. And a nice bicycle. Almost losing it, but he was able to get it. And now he's going to flip it to the other side and get a wheelie out of it. So pretty good attempt for Zombie, an 8.644 from the judges. So a really good score for Zombie and Flames plays as Monster Mode comes out. Monster Mode and Blake Bell. Let's see what he can do. Score to beat is an 8.644 by Zombie. Last time around, Zombie was 10th in skills, and Monster Mutt was 6th. So we'll wait and see what happens. A nice popper there. Popper into a, I don't know what to call that. What, a forward wheelie? Or I don't know. A reverse wheelie? It's not a moonwalk. But finishing his second attempt, let's see what the judges are going to say. 5.275 for Monster Mutt, not going to be enough to take the lead from Zombie. And here comes Mohawk Warrior. Let's see what he can do. Nose wheelie, that's what it's called, a nose wheelie. Popping it into a nose wheelie. Look at that, look how convenient that was. And nose wheelie into a moonwalk. He's going to jump it over, and he's going to save it, possibly. He's trying. There it is. Back on all fours for Mohawk Warrior and the Camry 9785. Good combo there. Was worried for a second. Last time in Indy, Mohawk Warrior was 7th in skills with an 8.668. And surprisingly enough, I believe that would be enough to take the lead. A nice bicycle though. And switching it to the other side into a wheelie, and he's on his side. No, he's going to be able to save it. Score to beat is an 8.664 and a 6.436 for Mohawk Warrior. Not going to be enough to take the lead. Here comes El Toro Loco and Driftboy 912. A guy that's really good at skills. He's going to pop it off of the container there. And he's going to go for the reverse flip, but didn't quite get the rotation he wanted. Awkward landing off of it and put him into the wall. So not the outcome he was looking forward to. Looks like he's going to try it on the side of the containers now. Getting it up on the front two wheels, and now he's going to put it in reverse. And he's going to get it. No, over rotation, and he's on his lid. El Toro Loco, not the outcome he was looking for. And he is done. A 9.039 though, taking the lead. So he is your new leader now. Impressive. I did not think that would take the lead. I mean, it was a really good attempt. He just didn't land it, but I mean, hey, not too bad. Alien Invasion, Cecily 96 coming out. Nice popper into a nose wheelie. Now she's going to back it up into a moonwalk. Let's see what she's going to do. She's going to get it up and over that jump there, and no trouble. Went too far back. She ended up on her lid, and a 6.588 for Alien Invasion. Not the outcome she was looking for. Last time around she was 5th as Blue Thunder comes out with a nice bicycle. Let's see if he can combo it into a moonwalk, and he will. He got the moonwalk going, but he's going to have to hit the brakes before he gets into the wall there. Blue Thunder last time around was 2nd in skills. Lost it to Max D in the end. Now he's going to go for some nice donuts. My personal favorite. And now we wait for the judge's score. Last time he scored a 9.021. Let's see what it's going to be now. 6.918. The judges did not like what they saw. And he is going to not take the lead. Here comes Max D, though, and Ethan Waters, fresh off a racing win. Fastest qualifier, racing winner. Can he get a skills win? He's going to go for the reverse flip and just got it. Almost over-rotated it looked like, but he was able to catch those front tires just in time. He did get a skills win in Indianapolis, a 9.777. The lucky sevens. That might be why he's having such good luck here so far. As he's going to go follow up with some donuts. Isn't quite getting the rotation, though. And that's going to be it. We're going to wait for the judges now. Score to beat is a 9.039 by El Toro Loco. And a 7.842 for Max D. Not going to be enough to take the lead. Here comes Gravedigger and KJ. So far, 1 skills win on the year. Popping it up on the 2 front wheels. Last time around, Gravedigger was 3rd, and that's going to be it for his first attempt. Let's see what he has in store for the second one. Looks like there's going to be a wheelie across, and he's going to somersault forward after clipping the back tires. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take the lead. I don't know how well that's going to score. And a 4.726 for Gravedigger, so not going to be enough. Currently good enough for second to last place. Here comes Bakugan Dragonoid. And Brian the Dog Webb just lost his 3rd place spot. I'm sure he'd like to get it back. Let's see if he can do it with a skills win. And he's going to go for the reverse momentum backflip. Perfectly executed off the opposite end of the race lane. Now he's going to follow up with some donuts. And that's going to be it for his attempt. Donuts were good. Not great, but they were good. It was the first one. That's going to give him a 9.505, so he is the new leader of skills here in Detroit with 2 trucks left to go. Northern Nightmare being one of the 2. He's going to bicycle into a moonwalk using that jump to his advantage. Beautifully executed by Northern Nightmare. But again, Brian the Dog Webb and Bakugan Dragonoid, a beautiful reverse momentum backflip. The donuts were good, but I think it was the first attempt that really got him that score. And that was a great score to get. So here comes Northern Nightmare now. Looks like we're having a big donut competition here today. I feel like there's not really much to do in terms of skills here. Nice donut into a little bit of a wheelie, and that's going to be it for Northern Nightmare. Let's see what the scores are going to be. And an 8.684 for Northern Nightmare. Good enough for 3rd place at the moment. Here comes Monster Dalmatian and April Summers. She's 5 points away from losing that lead. So she needs to make sure she scores high or takes a win here. And trouble! Trouble early on. No! She's going to be able to get it back on all 4s. That was very stressful because had she rolled over, she would have scored really low, I'm sure. And that would have messed up her lead. So here comes the second attempt. No! She gives it too much. Gassed it too much. That's going to be it for her. 5.966. That's not good. That's not good. Her lead might be compromised. Bakugan Dragonoid, though, is your skills winner. 12 points go to him. Northern Nightmare in 3rd, getting 10 points. Monster Dalmatian getting 4 points. Yeah, we're going to have a new leader. we are going to have a new leader, and that leader is Northern Nightmare and Alex Stevens 27 coming back and taking the lead with 201 points, 1 point over Monster Dalmatian. Max D still in third, Bakugan in fourth. And nothing else really has changed except our leader, Northern Nightmare, leads the points for the first time, I believe, or second. I don't know, but he leads going into freestyle. So just a quick reminder, don't forget to check out my Patreon. Link on screen and in the description below. And we'll see you in freestyle to see what happens with this points lead.